Potentially.
Leave meeting.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. Here with more Jukebox Justice. A few announcements before we get started. If you are enjoying what we're doing and would like to support the show, there are many ways you can do so. We have a Beacons page with affiliate links, our Redbubble, and Coffee for direct donations. All of our social media is on there too if you want to keep up with updates about the show, as well as a link to the Discord so you can join in on the fun that sometimes stops. If you're watching the video on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, but you can join us weekly, live, sort of, typically. Things have been hectic lately,
Yeah.
so no.
In case you haven't
Promise.
noticed, the schedule's been a little whacked.
Hopefully it will calm down in the next couple weeks.
Here's hoping.
So, we can have everyone go around and introduce themselves and who they're playing. I forgot to look up an icebreaker beforehand, so I guess this one. If you could be fluent in another language instantly, which would you choose and why?
Okay. I think I can go ahead and kick it off here. Whoop.
Go.
You want to go?
Go for it.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow, and I will be playing Joe Hatathli, aka... Oop. Don't show my bed, please. Coyote. For myself, I think that would have to be German, because I like the German language, and it's like close enough to English that I find the differences like very interesting. As for Joe, yeah, he'd definitely say Navajo. That's probably one of the biggest things he regrets is that he didn't actually learn Navajo.
I'll go next. Hi, I'm Tess. I play Sylvie, aka Valkyrie, and I just realized my name tag's wrong. But I would say Tess. I wish I spoke Swedish due to heritage stuff. And as funny as it would be to say that Sylvie doesn't speak Swedish, I'm pretty sure she does. I think she learned at some point to bolster her lie, but I don't know what human language she would want to know how to speak. Maybe fluent Cynthia to understand what she means when she's actually saying it.
See, I was thinking more of like some animal language, like Sylvia would want to learn how to speak dolphin.
I always have so much issues with squirrels. The vowel intonation, you gotta get it just right.
Nah, Sylvie just probably screams at them in whatever vocal cords she has, and just hopes for the best.
I love it. I can go. I'm Brianna. I play Cynthia Evans, otherwise known as Echo. For me personally, my stupid joke answer is the coding language that I need to work in for my work because syntax is hard. Anyways, the more realistic answer I'd probably say for me is Spanish, just because that's everywhere. And also my best friend speaks it and I don't, so I'd like to be able to connect with her that way. Anyways, for Cynthia, kind of a similar vein, probably German, because language Elena speaks, so it'd be nice.
If I remember correctly, I think Spanish is like number 3 most spoken language on the planet.
That's not surprising.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
I think it's like right behind English and Mandarin.
That would track.
It's mostly because so many countries like speak some version of Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm
Colonialism.
Maria. Yeah. I'm Maria. I play Elena, aka Easy Living. I would also probably speak Spanish. I'm like halfway there anyway.
Well, hey.
In college, I could speak like 3.5 languages. It's gone. All of it's gone now. Elena would also probably choose Spanish because it's different enough from German, and she doesn't really want to bother to learn French because that sounds complicated. So Spanish or Italian, a romance language to romance one of her girlfriends.
Go with Spanish. French was made by a drunk person.
Yeah, so it's Italian or Spanish for her. She already has the Mexican restaurant, so maybe she would just learn Spanish there. That's a great way to learn.
Maybe immersion.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. We can't. Let's see if you get a team before I jump into the recap. That is a 9, so no. There is
That
one team in the pool.
means- I'm about to say, yeah, we got one team.
Let's see. Recap. Many, many weeks ago.
At the dawn
Cyn-
of time.
Cynthia went through the records that the group took from the normal facility, and she found some notable power sets, but nothing having to do with her stay at the camp. She also took a look at the samples taken from Rook Labs and was able to verify it was a formula to synthesize superpowers, but it was still highly unstable. Things were quiet for a few days until Henry reported that some of the superpowered individuals who'd been involved with the protests or knew some of the protesters had started to go missing. She was able to bring a young girl to meet the team, and they got started investigating, finding that her brother, Mark, had been walking home when his scent trail suddenly got cut off. The group decided to see how many other individuals they could gather information on to see if the method of kidnapping was similar. So, let me see
So-
here.
I got a couple quick questions regarding this,
Okay.
since I was not present for last session. Apologies about that. First of all, I remember that Sylvie revealed that she's potentially dying.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
we
also
kind of glossed
happened.
over that.
Would Joe have been present for that, or was that a polycule only thing?
I think if Joe could have been present for it, he would have, Sylvie would have waited for him to be there.
I mean, we can retcon and say that he was in the room.
Also,
even though-
I think Sylvie already told him that she thought she might be dying
Mm.
Yeah, didn't she?
in the dream sequence that they
Oh
shared.
yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind.
And she told him that, and I mean, she told him that she was going to keep it a secret and asked him to
Yeah.
keep it a secret, but then
Yeah. Okay.
now it's
Question.
confirmed.
Was it something that she insinuated when she was talking to Cynthia before the werewolf battle, or am I
I-
just making that
I
up?
think she might have insinuated it too, that she wasn't sure what was going to happen. And
Alright,
that,
fair enough.
yeah. If only
and-
like she thought it was going to break her soul, and she doesn't know what that means.
Yeah.
And then regarding the investigation into things, I'm guessing Joe isn't immediately aware of this by the start of this session, just because like he wasn't involved in the initial like search. So probably start of this session, Joe's coming back from like stopping like a runaway car or something.
Okay, maybe there was a small holdup at a bank or whatever.
Yeah. Hostage situation, you know, Tuesdays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
normal stuff.
Okay. Well, I believe where we left off was like right after the group had finished inspecting the scene where Mark
Yes.
disappeared.
Mhm.
So
Elena looked at time and space, and we found that there was the trail that cut off similarly.
And we found out about the
classic
little
time and
wormhole
space.
tunnels between realities that at least Freya can
yes,
create. If
Freya's
not,
little cat tunnels.
yes.
I love it.
Why do I feel like they have like the same texture as like those hamster tunnels that you can get?
Yes.
If my cat had that ability, I would never get any rest.
No,
There would be no peace.
There would be no peace.
Okay. So we could probably say that Joe wrapped up his stuff and the team got like a location from the rest of the team where they were, and
Mhm.
all of you could meet up. Joe arrives on scene. Congratulations.
Hey, you said something about a situation over the comm. Sorry, I was busy with the bank heist thing. What's going on?
Hopefully everything went well.
Yeah, it's not the bad guys. Just normal assholes.
Quick rundown. People connected to the protests are disappearing.
Okay.
We have a lead or two. We followed up on one of them, and we found a portal through time and space similar to the one that Parhelia was involved with. And no sign of the person we're looking for.
Oh, good.
You're off to a good start.
You want me to check and see if it's Whipsword guy?
Sure.
Yeah, whereabouts am I sniffing?
So we'll point to the portal end.
And I will do a quick scent check to see if I can detect that not quite human scent that I got from the Parhelia location.
Well, first you do get like a stronger trail leading off that cuts off sharply, which, with some questions would be able to determine is Mark the missing
Hmm.
person. And then taking a closer sniff at where the scent trail ends, you do not pick up the not human scent.
Do I pick up any other scent besides Mark's?
A very faint one. Smells a little bit like strawberry.
Okay.
I'd say it's a very interesting experience because it's almost like the scent is muffled.
Hmm. So I've got good news and bad news here. Good news, I'm not smelling Whipsword.
Okay.
I'm smelling someone else, though. That's the bad news. Or I think it's someone else. That's weird. It's like muted.
Do you know this someone else?
I don't recognize it. It smells like strawberries.
What?
Yeah, strawberries, like that fruity, summery smell. Like
You
that.
know,
I
I
know
know
what
what
strawberries
strawberries
are.
are. The question is more, why? I take it that's not a common smell when you're not around strawberries.
I mean, some people wear perfume that they think smells like it. Most of the time, it really doesn't, but yeah, it's not super common. It's it's weird though. I'd almost describe it as like if Blindside half activated his powers. Like it's sort of just like little bit there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hang on a second. You said somebody reported this?
Somebody told Rivette. She told us.
Well, that means somebody was missing this Mark guy, right?
Mhm. Something you can do with that?
Well, that's pretty much the exact opposite of what happened with Parhelia, isn't it? When Whipsword did his thing before, everyone forgot about her.
That doesn't
I
necessarily
mean,
have to be related. It could just be a secondary power he has not done yet.
it could also not be him. I doubt
So,
he's the only person who can do portals.
would appear.
That's a scary
based
thought.
off of what you've said scent
Well,
wise.
we know he's not the only one who can do portal.
There are plenty of different variations on the same powers.
Mhm.
I know because I look them up so I can steal them when I need to.
I will also say that with Parhelia's situation, when you spoke to Rewind, he informed you that people did know the meteorite was missing and then forgot about it.
Good point.
And maybe it was more like the meteor thing instead of Sarah. She just happened to be collateral damage.
Maybe.
There are a certain subset of people that you've noticed that have a more fruit-based scent.
Really depends on the person. Most people smell like, oils, dust, whatever they're wearing.
Oh yes, we're looking for strawberry shortcake and friends.
You know
Knew
what?
it.
Who knows? It could have been, there could be demographics that smell different ways to him. I don't know.
I mean, I've got the scent, so if I detect it again, I'll let you all know. It's just kind of weird. You said we've got other cases, though, right? Other abductions like this?
In theory, yes. In practice, we'll need to talk to Vet to see if anyone's talked to her. She
Yeah.
is kind of the point of contact for all of this.
That's all right. I think we're more okay now. Just, I mean, should I be in the room when you guys talk to these people? I'm kind of,
What?
off-putting.
I don't know. I don't think you should automatically assume that that's the reaction. Maybe some of them might find it a comfort.
Yeah.
Some powers are difficult to deal with. Can make people feel better in a way to see that other people also deal with them.
That is true.
Feels a strong term for my situation right now. Most of them I can't get to work, and the ones I do have don't listen to me anymore.
We're all struggling together.
At least it stopped raining by you.
Yeah, I figured that out at least.
And you got a cool lizard.
Also true.
And if you think it would make you look less intimidating, I can make you a glitter bow. And do
You
your
can
hair.
have a whole costume of glitter. That will not take long at all.
No. No. I don't like the thought of trying to wash that out of my fur. It was bad enough when I could actually take it off, and now I can't take it off. Then that just feels itchy.
This won't help in the slightest. It is unrelated. We should get a cowboy hat for the lizard.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, buddy? Cowboy hat?
Whoa.
Can't take that as
Yes.
a no.
Freya, can you go find a miniature cowboy hat? I'm guessing Natalie might have one.
We can all have little cowboy hats.
Freya despairs.
Hattie has a little cowboy hat.
Oh my god. I love that.
Gideon's just got a sweater. He only
It's
wears
the-
it for Christmas.
It's the birthday hat.
Captain won't let me put things on him.
All right. So you said we were meeting folks at the Mexican place.
Mm-hmm. El Chupa Taco.
We've got that room in the back that makes it a little bit easier to get in and out.
We have a room in the back now?
Sure.
When did that get added?
We've met a lot of strange people at the taco place.
Yeah, it is a very good idea to not bring them to places we live, as it
It's-
turns out.
Thank
at this-
you.
Yeah, at this point, they've come to realize that if someone's asking for a blue margarita, they just send them to the back.
It's
I'll
also
have to
good to
remember
have
tip better.
ways. What?
I'll have to remember to tip better there.
Well, I mean, Milena owns the place.
I mean, yeah, but still, it's polite, you know?
True. Well, I mean, raise the wages enough, and maybe it's like France. Tipping's an insult because you're not paid enough.
They don't tip in France?
No? Wait, is that you as a character or you as a person asking?
You as a character, I knew that.
Okay. I was
Well, this
unclear
is-
by this from the tone of voice for a second.
This isn't the 50s. I don't know how things worked back then.
It might have been different.
Elena grew up with American tipping style, so she's just no idea it would be any different.
Fair enough. In any case, it's good that we have a way for people to get information to us when needed, and a place to meet people that isn't my house.
Point taken. Point taken. Plus, this place is regularly stocked with snacks.
And that. But we should probably talk to Rivette to see if there's any new leads, since gestures at the portal area. This isn't probably going to give us more information tonight.
Dead end.
Yeah, not unless we're punching another hole in reality, which, bad idea.
A little too uncontrolled. The unpredictability of it makes it too risky.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a great idea. I support this idea.
Well,
As
yeah,
a
of
player, I
you
support
would.
the chaos. As a character, Cynthia does not.
I mean, we could always, like, finally get in touch with Rewind and talk with him about doing that cross-dimensional travel thing, remember?
Roxy and I met him on they really just kind of didn't want to. They don't like to be involved.
Okay.
As a necessity, probably, maybe, but the less involved, the better. I mean, we can
Well,
always ask, but
maybe we'll get lucky with this
bring
investigation.
food if you want to go ask them.
Noted.
They like cake.
So I've gathered. Alright. Let's go get some leads.
Okay. Heading back to the Mexican restaurant.
El Chupaca Taco.
Vámonos.
Ole.
Rápido.
You can get back to El Chupa Taco and settle down in the back or get some food if you want it. Freya does make a reappearance, and she's holding a little cowboy hat in her mouth.
I love this.
I don't know how this was communicated, Natalie, or if she just stole one, but either way, I approve.
That 100% was
found me.
stolen off of some, like, child's toy or something.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know what
Probably.
Freya does in her spare time.
That is true.
Accost children, apparently. Oh, Hattie.
Time for a whole side comic of Freya's adventures.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put the little hat on Flint,
Yes.
see if he likes it.
Yes, the little hats.
Maybe an hour or two passes before Henry returns. We'll take a seat at the table, just kind of like let out a deep sigh. as she settles into her chair. And she'll probably spread out or just like set a notebook on the table. Looks like it has several names and rough recounts of events. So say I did a little bit more info gathering. Got a list of some people who have gone missing, their rough routes, and estimates of how long they've been gone.
How many total?
So far, I've been able to find 5 other people besides Mark, so 6 in total.
Yikes.
All fringe members of the protests or major members?
Not more, some of them, no major members yet. Some of them are more like, I'd say mid-level. So we have people who are on the edges of things and some who are a little more involved.
The mid-level members happening more recently or further back?
It seems to just be a mixture.
A mixture. So
it's
not a direct pattern of escalation.
Not from what I can see.
However, it is a valid way of demoralizing your opponent by taking out the lower members, proving that no one is safe.
Have we checked with the police?
Do we trust the police?
Well, no, but here's the thing. Do we know if it's just folks from the protests?
Sorry, above the table, I think I missed this, but did we determine that of the people who were taken, not all of them had powers?
At least from what you had heard, it seemed like all of them had powers.
Okay.
And some of them, because at least with Mark's case, from what you could pick up, is that he does have powers, but he wasn't one that necessarily flaunted them, so difficult to understand how some of these people are being identified.
I have some ideas about how that might be happening, and none of them are good.
Usually not in this town.
If someone's coming up with a way to detect powers, for instance, that's going to be a lot of trouble for anyone trying to keep a secret identity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that a lot of the folks left over from the pack are still very antsy about being publicly powered.
Yeah, that would also do it. So, 5 people we know of. We could check with the police. I'm not walking into that fucking station, though.
I mean, do you have to?
No. Depends what people are thinking about, though.
We could just sneak in.
Or that.
So
we
try
can
and
be
impersonate someone and walk in.
Yeah. Is that so? We also could be small and then get in and then.
Can Freya open
Open.
file cabinets?
I have not asked Freya to open a file cabinet.
We have a file
potentially.
cabinet.
Because
We
I'm
can
considering the
cat.
potential chaos that Freya could unleash in a police station and then
Catch
bail
them.
immediately. would be hilarious. Anyways,
Do we
That's
want to
beside the point.
train Freya to open the cabinet?
maybe.
I own windows. So you open window, get in, open cabinet. Doesn't even have to bring stuff to window. We can be outside and like see what she has up,
Yeah.
and then we can just take it.
Just portal in.
Yeah.
I'd like to stress here, I'm not saying we steal from the police.
Oh,
I
I
am-
was.
I am saying, though, maybe we should double check and see if there are other powered people being reported missing.
We aren't stealing, we're borrowing.
I'm stealing.
Copies. Yeah.
Yeah. We can borrow, make copies, and then return.
It's just like checking out a book at
Better.
the library.
Unless it's a
Mhm,
list
mhm.
of people and puts them in danger. And at that point, it's not being returned.
But it's our list.
I mean, yeah, fair. I'm just wondering if maybe this is wider than the protest, because if it's not, that helps us like figure out maybe how people are being targeted then.
That's true.
But if it's more than that, then we potentially have an even bigger problem on our hands.
Possibly. Well, seems as good a next step as any, but we also need to consider whether or not these trails are going to go cold if we don't check them quick.
That's also true. If there's a scent based, any kind of rainstorm or stuff
Mhm.
along
Yeah.
those lines, especially with you noticing that it was already muffled.
All right.
I say we prioritize following up on the leads, get as much information as we can, then follow up with the police station because that's going to be there, whether it rains or not.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
See if we're just dealing with strawberries or an entire fruit basket.
I guess in regards to that, Joe will probably like shuffle around a little bit as he pulls out like a map of Halcyon. Where exactly are we headed here?
Rivette will, well, I guess Henry, she's not in costume. Grab a pen and start marking off the trails, rough routes that she got, and putting down what names she has and the first names of the missing people. And it looks like it's pretty spread out. They're not clustered in one specific location.
That was gonna be my next question: is it around a certain location or not?
There's no real triangulation you can do as to where, like, none of them originated from the same business area or a school or anything.
So once we have the final point of where each individual was taken, if we can do that, it might give us a search area for that individual or search radius.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as see if there's a like circle or something we can figure out, they're most likely to be based in that area versus outside of it. But it could be the entire city, so we don't know yet.
If all else
Okay.
fails, I can pick up their scents and then try to do a citywide sniff check, which is hard, but I've done it before.
It's probably better than me trying to look for potentially non-existent tethers. So
No.
All right,
All right.
let's get hunting.
I think we should probably start with the earliest occurrence. That one has the chance of being the most faded.
I agree with this.
I presume cue montage of us checking scent trails and such.
Yeah. Go around, cross-reference everything with the map. It's a little more difficult this time since you don't have items for everyone who's missing, but you're able, just following along the trails from where they originated and the expected location they were going, you can find areas where similar situations, the scent of a person just randomly cuts off.
Hmm.
Elena, with her X-ray vision, can see where
Time and space vision.
yeah, the time and space vision can see where there's that little bit of weird rippling going on in the air, and Coyote, you would still pick up that muffled scent of strawberries. So seems like it's the same person doing it every time.
Okay, seems like the same person. But time out
Yeah.
for a second. What do you mean space and time vision?
Is this space and time vision?
Since when could you do that?
You know,
I don't
the
know.
space and time vision.
Yes.
Everyone knows about the space and time vision.
I sit and I focus on the portal, and since Spuds had helped, now I can kind of just see it go in and out of an adjacent reality, possibly. I'm not entirely sure where it goes, to be honest. But I can't make it come up.
Alright.
And like maybe we could have Calamity like shoulder check another portal, but we don't know where that's going to go, and it's a little too dangerous to do that.
Began
Rather
to
not
think-
roll the dice on it.
Yeah, I was beginning to think that that method of dimensional travel is effectively spinning the roulette wheel.
With the odds stacked against you.
I think that might be when we want to pull Spuds in to help us magic a way through. Might be a little cleaner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need more information before we can get to that point, though.
Mhm.
You've got some here. I assume this is conversation happening
Yeah.
after we montaged and looked at everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Montage.
I would assume so.
And I presume all these,
Strawberries thing is still throwing me.
all these people were taken in locations where they likely wouldn't have been seen, so it's unlikely there would be an eyewitness nearby.
Most of them, yes. One of them, when you were getting the info from Henry, was actually an interesting case where they were walking with a friend,
Oh.
and one of them had gotten ahead by like a step or two. They were just having a conversation and didn't hear any response, and turned around and their friend was gone.
Whoever this is works quickly then.
Yeah.
Freya, can you do your mind meld thing with other people's memories other than my own?
I think you've asked this question before, and
Yeah,
unsure.
Literally asked that last
Yeah,
session.
I don't
know.
remember. I'm sorry, it's been a bit.
You know,
That's,
you're
alright.
that's in my
It's-
notes.
Is it? I was
unclear.
not in my notes. I'm sorry.
We
No,
we
you're
want to
good.
ask Freya to look at Parhelia's memories. That's
Freya has
Well,
never tried that before, so
yeah.
You
it's
might want to
uncertain
try
whether
with
she
the
can.
friends' memories. too.
Yeah, because that might be well, maybe the friend first, because that's
Yeah.
gonna be less messy than Parhelia.
What is Freya's particular memory related power? Like, how does this work, if you know?
It kind of just touched your head with her paw and brought you into my memory at one point.
Okay.
So,
So, have you ever seen like a play?
Yes.
It's sort of like that, where it's like it's a scene set from someone's like memories, and then you're just like in it. At least that's how it was when two of us sort of did it.
well, you were in it. I am not able to interact, whereas I was forced to interact.
That's true. But I mean, you were also like part of the memory, so I guess
Yeah.
you just sort of like slotted into yourself.
So the individual in question will be reliving their memory, but it is possible that the individual sharing the memory will be able to see things that they missed or sense things that they missed. Provided she can actually help us in this situation.
Does the spectators can they spectate all around, or is it just what the memory is focused on?
You can kind of like look around.
Okay. That's
Might be worth a try.
if we can make it work, that's a more comprehensive version than what I can do. But could be useful.
This has to have been by surprise, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't make sense for someone to, like, try to physically take these people if they were able to just open these portals anywhere. Like, maybe they just opened them underneath them. It's like
Just
pit trapped it.
fell through. I also wonder if it is
Maybe.
at random or are they specifically targeted.
The pattern seems
It
to be too
seems
pattern-like
yeah.
for it to be random. But if we do check with like police records, then that would probably help clear that up.
But like not
Oh.
these specific people for their specific power, just like, oh, a person with power is walking by, let me just yoink.
Well,
They want any power, not a specific.
They do
So
have
may-
connections with the protests, though, don't they?
Yeah, so far they've all
That's
had
the only
connections,
connection.
so we need to
Oh, two
verify that
connection.
there isn't anything within the police department to indicate that others are going missing in a similar manner.
Is this also like normal MO? They just pluck you off the street? Or under the street?
It is Halcyon.
I mean, from what you've said, Cynthia, I kind of assumed it was more like a weird, creepy by invitation thing.
Yeah, the normal science people.
Yeah.
Oh. What's the by invitation part you
Like
got out of
someone
that?
had to like send you to them. They didn't just like go around kidnapping
Taking people.
And most change?
And that's assuming this is normal doing the.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we have multitudes of enemies right now that could be pulling this off, and
They all could be the same spooky shadow government.
No.
The connection to the protest and the targeting of people with powers gives me pause, though.
that is true.
Hmm.
And I know they were part of the protest, but like, do we know if any of these people actually signed the registry? I mean, I know Sarah took it, which. All right, I'll give her that one. But all the same, like, if somebody read a page of it and had a good enough memory to remember it, like, if they signed, then.
Do any of the names of the people who were missing track with what I read on the registry?
You didn't get, so Henry didn't provide last names. So it's hard to say if it's an exact match, but I think maybe like one or two of the same first names were on there, but
So the registry also lists like the specific powers people have, right?
Mhm.
So that's gonna be one way to cross-reference.
Didn't you say you destroyed it?
Yeah.
Are we going to cross reference it?
I have a
You're-
very good memory.
That good?
Someone utilizes mind powers
You better hope
on a
it is.
regular basis and probably has mental techniques to reinstate memories to the best of her abilities.
the Mind Palace.
Right.
She would, though, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she would.
Oh my god. Wild.
Why do I feel like if Cynthia gets really deep into the Mind Palace, like everything around her just starts like low-key levitating?
Honestly, that is not outside of the realm of possibility.
I'm just thinking about that one episode of Narrative Telephone Now where Allison was deep in the Mind Palace.
Oh my god.
All right.
So, next steps.
I can start doing scent survey of the city, see if I can pick any of them up again, or this rose whiff or strawberry whiff.
Just to clarify, it smells like real actual strawberries.
I mean, vaguely, it's kind of muted, so it's like the closest comparison I can give.
Ah,
Is there chemicals that smell like berry?
Now, there's chemicals that smell like everything under the sun, but most of them also smell like chemicals.
Countered various Fae.
Could be perfume. It could be
What
elderberry. Could be chemical.
Do they smell more chemical, like variants, or do we smell more natural?
Could be theirs.
That's a little hard to say because I don't exactly have a whole lot of experience with Fae besides you, Sylvie, and your scent is weird to say the least.
peanut butter.
But I mean, I guess thistle smells like pine, so it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Distal did not smell like distils.
No, actually. Fair point. That's kind of weird.
What do we smell like? Anxiety.
Do you really want an answer to that?
Kind of, yeah.
You smell like really expensive fabric for the most part, but you also smell like a lot of perfume. I think that might just be because of your house, because it also smells a lot like just scented things.
Mm-hmm.
Contact high.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's potpourri everywhere.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then Cynthia usually smells like a lab, like a science lab, just sort of like everything's
Is that clean, sterile
sterilized.
smell?
Yeah. But then you can always tell when she's been back from like a patrol, because then she smells like sweat in the city.
That makes sense.
Roxy probably smells like garlic bread.
Roxy either smells amazing or terrible, and it really varies on the day.
Garlic bread
either
with mechanical oil.
Gasoline.
I do not understand why people say they like the smell of gasoline. That stuff smells nasty.
People don't have your sense of smell.
Fair point.
All right. You are going to scent profile the city.
Yep.
Any preferences? Valkyrie, easy living?
I think we need those notes there to check those police notes sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Works for me.
If people are going missing beyond this small group, we need to know and see how widespread this is.
Let's go rob the cops.
Gently, please.
We are very discreet. Always
Yeah.
gentle.
Definitely not Cynthia running out of the station screaming all cops are bastards.
Like, I get that they like have to do whatever the politicians say, but like they are doing their job, so like just
And
Don't hurt
our job
anybody.
right now is to rob them.
I mean, you could try just like asking.
No.
No,
It
because
could be
then
in public records, but
probably not.
Do you want it to get back to certain city officials that were looking?
Yeah,
I'm not
'cause-
wearing my own face if I'm asking.
No.
Oh yeah, well, 'cause then they
I'm stealing
remember
her
that-
power and also looking like someone else.
They remember somebody asked, and then they like, oh, this information has gone missing.
That's
That's true.
suspicious.
We can check like missing person board at the
That's true.
library. I don't know, a public place would have a missing person board.
Actually, in this day and age, like community boards would definitely be a thing.
Milk curtains. Actually, were curtains around in the 50s or was it still glass bottles?
I think cartons had started rolling out because that was like part of the baby boom thing.
All
Makes
that
sense.
sweet plastic.
All right. Meet back up at I'm sorry, what was the name of the Mexican place again?
El Chupataco.
Taco.
El Chupataco.
The first paper milk carton was introduced in 1933.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
okay. Sure.
Meet back up at El Chupataco once we've figured things out.
Works for me.
Um,
Good luck. Don't get
yes.
caught.
Yes.
I mean, just climbing a building. What's the worst going to happen?
Don't.
I should
Isn't
have
your
taken
ex's
that.
mom after you?
Yeah. Should we have a buddy with you?
Probably.
I got Flint.
We
Can
cannot.
Flint come get help when you are knocked unconscious?
I mean, technically, but he is pretty slow. Gila monsters kind of only have one speed.
Slowly going to get help.
Do we send both pets with him and the stag? And maybe?
I don't
Full
know if I need
menagerie.
that much.
Well, how about this? For sensing things long range, um, Elena, do you know how much range you can get on your time and space vision?
Haven't tried long range.
Could be a good opportunity to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also body system.
Yes.
The buddy system.
Yeah, fair, fair.
I promise you can do crime next time.
I don't want to do crime.
That wasn't
She's not-
directed to you.
She is not talking to you, Joe.
We know
Plenty
you're
of
on the
time
no
for
crime detail.
Crime, no crime. Team crime, team no crime.
We're superheroes. We shouldn't be doing crime in the first place.
It's just
I
little
mean-
crime.
Vigilantism is a crime in some areas.
Yeah.
It's basically a crime here right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to stand up.
I
against
guess.
the
So as
government
existing
and
with
do
powers
crime.
and not being on the registry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the registry is currently a pile of ash, so
Well, the physical registry, but the
I'm
law
sure
is still
so.
on the books.
Mm-hmm.
why can't we just light that on fire?
See, now
You're
you're
speaking
coming
my
around
language.
to crime.
See, that's
Just the
Anna.
law, not anything else.
What if we
Let's
just
say
burned
that's
down
anarchy.
City Hall?
We will get you on team crime yet.
I meant more. Some laws are bad laws.
Mm-hmm.
And when laws are bad, don't follow them.
Yeah. Alright. Come on. I actually have a spot for this, Elena. I'll show you one of my favorite spots in the city.
Sure.
Have fun.
Good luck.
Are bound enough.
Okay.
Split the party.
It'll be fine.
As we usually do.
Frequently do.
I think we can start with the coyote and easy living first.
Right? I feel like at this
So
point I have like
serious.
a preferred tall building to do this off of.
Okay.
Just like a pseudo skyscraper downtown.
It's where you first met Spuds.
Alright. Give me a second here. This might take a couple of minutes. And I will stick my snoot to the wind and see what I can pick up out there.
All right.
The snoot.
Are you just looking for the strawberry scent, or are you looking for everyone who is taken? How are you
I'm
doing
looking
this?
for everyone who has taken and the strawberry scent, and I guess also whip sword. I know I tried this before with him and I didn't get anything, but figure I might as well add him to the pile just in case.
Okay. So I feel like that's a lot
Yeah, that's a lot.
that you're doing at once. So let's go ahead and have you roll to unleash your powers.
Maxing out the nose.
Start getting some rolls again.
Maximum sniff. Okay. Okay. That is gonna be a total of an 8.
All right. Would you like to mark a condition, or I can tell you how it's unstable or temporary?
I think in this instance, I will take the condition, because if I manage to pick up one of these scents, I do not want to lose it.
Alrighty. Do you have any conditions marked?
I have afraid marked.
Do. Hmm. I will let you pick between guilty and hopeless.
I'll actually go with hopeless.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
What do I pick up?
So no, you do not pick up Whipsword Guy at all.
Okay.
His scent is not in the city. You do, after visiting each of the areas where the people had gone missing, you are able to ping all of those spots on your
Oh.
radar at once, just from like where you're
Okay.
standing. So you basically have like a scent map of the city. And you get, it's very difficult to pin down where exactly. It sort of feels like it's coming from everywhere and nowhere, but you catch another whiff of the strawberry scent and then everyone who was taken. So you would get, I think you would be able to come to the conclusion that everyone is still somewhere within the city.
Okay. What the hell is going on? Uh, hey, Elena,
Mm-hmm.
you getting anything?
I don't know. I'm going to try and see.
Are you gonna try and do basically like an X-ray of the city?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's have you roll to unleash your powers.
Do some Naruto Sharingas or whatever. On Genedice. Hell yeah. That's a plus my freak is math. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Dang.
Alrighty. Okay. Yes, it is very freaky to basically doing an X-ray of the city because you see the
Okay.
outlines of, well, everything goes yellow in your vision, how it has been with your time and space vision. And you see the outlines of all of the structures, but you can also see like little yellow dots within them that represent people. So you're just seeing these little yellow dots moving around and doing their thing. And I will say you find, I think, in combination with what you have been investigating and what Coyote has also pointed out, you see that there's some weird pocket underneath the city where
Are falling through portals.
the yellow dots representing people are also kind of muted and faded. They're a little paler than everyone else.
Okay. I'll point in that direction. It's not like he can see what I see, but there's like a weird pocket dimension down there.
Okay.
So they're here, but they are not here. Like it's like you are big light, big shiny light right now, and they are slightly dimmer light. Not because they are far away, because that person over there is big shiny light too.
Feel like Joe looks over and there's just like a businessman in like an adjacent
She
building that's
just
just
points
looking
at
at
a
them like, what
building.
the hell?
Yeah.
Well, that tracks with what I'm picking up. It seems like, I don't know, it's like they're weirdly ever present through the city. Like I can kind of smell them a little bit everywhere, but it's not strong.
So that makes sense because I can see that they're here. Or, well, I'm guessing that's them because I can see them, but I cannot see them. Like you can smell them, but you cannot smell them.
So what? They took like one step to the left of our reality?
Adjacent?
Do the time warp.
Mm-hmm. It's just a step to the left.
Yeah.
A jump to the left and then a step to the right.
Yeah. We got there. We got it. Took a minute.
Fall through a hole and you're feeling all right, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Really drives you insane.
How are we supposed to get to him then?
Well, we have to learn how to focus portals, I guess. Maybe the catcher can go check, make sure people are alive. But I think if we're trying to go portal anywhere, we're going to need spuds or phase, possibly both, because those can focus things.
I mean, you can like straight up see them,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there a reason you can't do it?
I don't know how to make a portal. The one time I did, it was on accident. The 2 times I did it was on accident. However many times it was an accident.
I don't think I know about the second time, but that's a conversation for later.
When I winked out of existence and then came back to existence.
That was the second time? What was the first time? I thought
That was
the
the
first
time
time.
1 and 2. Back
Oh,
and
okay.
there and back. 2 separate times. 1 time, but 2 times.
I was just kind of okay. Well, I mean, have you tried doing it again since then?
When we were in the other place, I tried.
Yeah, but that place like barely had powers when we were trying.
Yeah, that was different. Haven't
Might as well have been
tried.
trying to play football underwater.
That could be a sport. You just like fill a giant glass bowl full of water and you deposit the players inside, and then they swim around and try and
Seems like a
fix
really
the
fast
ball.
way to drown.
Not
just
if
water
they're water, yeah. Not if they can breathe underwater.
It's a mermaid sport.
Mhm. Very popular in Atlantis, down in Georgia. I've never, so I could try, but I would rather all be here when I try, just in case it works.
True. Besides, I mean, we probably, even if you can't get us in there, you should probably try, because, well, presumably we're going to be fighting Strawberry Sniffer here at some point, because it seems like they're pretty involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I don't like the idea of having to fight someone who can just slip between dimensions at will.
Doesn't
It's hard
look
enough.
like they're going far, so I wonder if it is only like 2 close places.
I guess that makes it slightly easier, but I already have a hard enough time getting my claws into people who are flying. I don't need them hopping between realities. Oh, we should probably report in.
Yeah.
Turn on the communicator. Coyote to Echo?
Alrighty.
Echo here.
I was gonna have us do
Obvious.
Echo stuff first.
Yep. But I said,
Alright.
I just call in the middle of something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
You just hear screaming.
hey, maybe one of us about to happen.
Oh, shit.
But for different reasons. Alrighty, so you two are going to the general area of the police station.
Mhm.
What's the plan?
Plans, I got something in my eye. Sick. Okay. Problem reverted. So I believe we did also say something about checking missing person billboards
Yeah.
first.
Yes.
Just to double check. See if we can do the easy answer first.
Okay.
Sylvie is definitely impersonating someone else, so that does not look like her. That's
I'm gonna say that Cynthia has. I'm gonna need to go get my other power set back. I've yeah, no, fuck it. I'm keeping mine. People see me, they see me.
Okay. So just going by the
What?
community board to see what missing persons posters have been put up.
Mhm.
Seems right now just like some homemade ones. You see some older ones there, like official police missing persons posters that have been up for a while. You see newer ones look to be homemade, and with like the names that are listed, they match some of the info you got from Henry. It looks
Okay.
like there are a couple more posters up than what you got info for, but you know, that could just be that Henry hasn't made contact with those people, so
It doesn't
uh,
seem like an abnormally large number of people to be missing.
I mean, considering how quickly they seem to be going missing, yes. But it's not like there's not like 100 posters on this billboard bulletin board.
Okay. What? Hmm. So we can go in. I'm trying to think of what records they'd have of missing people. And at the same time, if they're involved in this, if I were my father and I were paying off a bunch of cops, I'd also be paying them to cover things up. But he does have a point about double checking that this isn't a more widespread thing.
And there is the potential that
What?
they missed some of the initial paper trail if they covered it up.
Also true. Some people get sloppy.
I'm pretty sure things like that are supposed to be public record.
Still, don't want to raise any alarms.
Why do you think I'm not wearing my face?
Hmm. If you go in and I tag along mentally, can maybe figure some things out.
Do you want me using the full force of my abilities if I go in?
Define for me what that would be in this case.
Would you like a little extra persuasion going in with me?
Yeah, I have no ethical objections to that. That's not even sarcasm.
That can be arranged.
She doesn't. If you were looking for someone to say no, you're asking the
Oh
wrong person.
no, she's just making sure she's okay doing it.
No, Cynthia is gents to be on the abuse of powers train.
She figured. She just wanted to be absolutely sure that this was okay.
And I appreciate that. Also, he is baby.
Oh,
Big baby.
Hi.
Fluffy baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air biscuits.
Oh.
Anyways.
Biscuits.
You're so cute.
Oh, he is adorable.
Boon.
I love that he just likes being cuddled.
Yes.
All right.
Anyways.
Well,
Well,
Yeah,
Sylvie,
you have Cynthia's sign off on using the full extent of your powers. Just don't kill anyone.
Sylvie will go in with pheromones active then to make people a little more suggestible and friendly towards her.
Okay.
Prior to going in, Echo's going to set up a mind link just so they have open communication. Yes.
Okay.
And I guess Sylvia will go up to the front clerk or whatever and inquire if she can look into the public records regarding missing individuals as a concerned citizen.
Not a suspicious request at all.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
No.
I think this woman working the front desk, her immediate response is any information regarding missing persons is put on the community boards. We have flyers. There's nothing else that you really need to have access to if you're worried about people who are going missing.
I guess I don't want to use Mark, but I don't want to use one of the ones that we know is confirmed with us or like from the protests. Were there any other ones of similar age to us that I could potentially pass off as one of my friends and that I'm very concerned about their whereabouts and that they've been missing?
Like one of the recent disappearances?
Yeah, one of the recent ones.
I think several of them are around the same age. So yeah, you could probably have your pick of people. Say you could use someone named Kennedy.
I'll ask if I can talk to the officer that took the statement of the person who witnessed or that reported Kennedy missing to see if they picked up any body language or any clues and follow up on my poor friend's disappearance.
She kind of sighs and hems and haws a little bit, but is like, all right, if you just want to take a seat, I can go see if he's in.
I will thank her and take a seat and focus on making my pheromones more like me. Because I'm guessing that we're going to be asking for stuff that is not exactly public knowledge.
All right. This woman gets up from the desk and heads through a door into the back of the station. Are you just gonna sit and wait?
I will be polite for now.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah. I don't have any reason to believe my guise is not working, so.
Okay. It's probably a few minutes before she comes back, but does bring an officer with her. And he comes over to you. And I'll just say you wanted to speak with me about something?
I wanted to inquire about the state of my dear friend Kennedy's disappearance and what the report that was given says. I'm very concerned. I haven't seen them and I know I saw the thing, so the amount of times since they've been reported
realistic
missing.
Realistic details.
Yeah.
He scratches the back of his head and says, I mean, you're not really family, so we shouldn't be giving out this information, but it's been
I will like full pheromones, like I'm just so very concerned about my
Drug 'em.
friend. Could you please do something?
Miss, we are and doing everything we can with their case. We don't really have much more to go off than what's been reported. They were walking home late at night, never made it home. So we are looking. It was, if you're concerned about who reported it, it was their mother, and she was very distraught, so. We're doing our best to find them.
I'm sharing all of this with Echo and looking for directive if you want to input in on how to push this.
You'll hear in your head, how hard are you leaning?
No, I mean, and I'll respond with not too hard. I haven't touched him or anything.
Give me a second. I want to see if I can try and pluck surface thoughts off of this guy.
Okay. Skimming his brain. As far as the conversation with Sylvie is going, he is not really omitting much, if any, information.
That's all I really was looking for.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything else interesting.
I think you probably also get a little bit of cynicism in the back of his mind, like just being exhausted and feeling overworked, and then having to deal with more of these questions from people desperate for answers, but just not having any. And it's kind of like, every other week someone demanding an update, and he's just like, we haven't made any progress on the investigation.
All right, back in your head, Sylvie, you'll hear surface thoughts. Seems to be telling the truth. They don't have a lot of information, and it's wearing down on him because he has these conversations often, it sounds like.
So Sylvie will send back, so back off, leave it.
Back off. I don't think there's anything we can get here without, if it's here, we'd have to push to a degree which would be
suspicious.
Yeah, questionable. But I don't, from my reading, he's not necessarily hiding anything.
I'll always do reconnaissance later too.
True. It's also possible that the cops just have nothing to do with this.
Yeah. I think Sylvie she won't abruptly leave. She'll ease it so it seems natural and give further questions and gentle questions and try and leave it in a good state, especially knowing the content of this guy's mind in retrospect and that he's stressed out enough as is.
Yeah.
And just, this guy's a basic city worker. It's probably well above his head if it's in the city.
Probably. But did our due diligence here. So.
Seems like there's much to report and not much to find unless you know specifically what you're looking for.
I'm not seeing a pattern, but with the names I can go through the databases, see if he's got anything linking people together. But they're not publicly known figures as far as I can tell, so I don't know how much there'd actually be. The only connection I can think of would be the protest connection and the fact that they have powers.
It's a certain subset of powers. do we have enough, like, any theories as to beyond Mark's powers is flight, but do we have other powers that we know about? Or is that something we'll probably have to cross-reference with what you remember of the registry?
Above the table, did we get any other information on people's powers, or was it more just that they have powers?
More just they have powers.
Okay.
With how quickly Henry was trying to gather information, some
Yeah.
people weren't willing to pass on too much.
No, that makes sense.
Because it could be
Don't
they're
know the full extent
collecting-
of everyone. Oh, go
Yeah.
for it.
It could be they're collecting individuals of certain power sets for a purpose, whether that be research or planning something that requires certain abilities.
True. Light isn't the most immediately offensive ability, but
No,
combined with
but
others, in the wrong hands.
it's also a good escape type ability.
Also this. I generally tend to not be the person behind or supporting the it's all one big conspiracy thing, but I mean, it's several small conspiracies, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
well, we've also had some conspiracies link up recently.
That's also
so
true.
conspiracies that I really didn't want to link up.
Yeah, that's also true. We did find material in Rook Labs that could be, or they're probably trying to use to induce powers in people. If, say, you had a source of powered people to test to figure out what gave them powers, that might be a way to derive that kind of solution.
We also do know there's another group out there trying to induce powers in individuals that they can control.
Celerin?
I was thinking more of Calamity's fun little group that we haven't heard from in a bit.
Ah, damn. How many shadow organizations does it take to screw in a light bulb?
You can't, they're afraid of the light.
Okay. I think we've got all we can here, though. Should probably reconvene with the others and hopefully they've found something.
Watchdog or Coyote's nose is better than mine, so
Well, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
The strawberries thing is still messing with me.
I don't like that it's strawberries.
High chance of being fed.
I don't know enough, but the fact that, well, actually, I can't make that surmise or assumption based off of the fact that I don't fully know what I smell like to Coyote. So the
You
one
won't
thing he
tell you?
did. Well, I know one of the scents I smell like to Coyote, and that is not a plant-based nature scent.
But there's like multiple.
In part, yes.
Well, we can't take it off the table, so might be
Yeah.
Fae, might be just regular
Weird
person
portal
with
shit.
portal powers
Yeah.
and I don't know, willingness to kidnap people.
There's a lot of people with willingness to kidnap people right now.
For enough money.
Mhm.
Or just for kicks.
Yeah.
Depends on the person. Though if it were me, I'd ask for money. The risk of getting caught is high enough. You need some kind of compensation. That's my opinion.
And not paper money, like solid gold or something.
See, that gets tricky because then you have to make sure you have somebody you can pawn it off on.
But it holds its value.
Maybe. This was after the gold standard, right?
I think
that
so.
Was...
Yeah.
It was like a mixture of gold and silver.
I was about to
The
say, I think
gold
we might be in the age
standard
of the silver
ended-
standard.
Yeah. I don't. How much information do we want about this?
I'm just thinking Great Depression and how everything became
We'll put it in the footnotes.
absolutely worthless.
Yeah.
Sylvie did live through that, so
We stopped using gold in the 30s,
Okay.
and then we officially abandoned all of it in the 70s with
Okay.
That tracks.
So yeah, we're on silver
Nixon.
standard right now.
Well, you know, gold's only valuable because people say it's valuable.
true.
What really matters in a survival situation is skills, what you can do.
Resources.
That too. Water, food, shelter.
People you can rely on.
Also that.
As if on cue.
Hang
Coyote
on.
Echo.
Hang on.
Oh,
Were the two of
Okay.
you, were the two of you having this conversation outside? Or was this still in the via mind link?
I think
I guess
they're talking
it's-
about like sensitive enough stuff that it would probably
that
be
Sylvie
mental.
probably walked outside.
Okay, but you're both outside?
Echo was like chilling in an alley.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're wrapping up this conversation, you hear
Oh,
the screech of car tires as a very fancy looking car pulls up alongside the curb outside the police station. And you see a driver is trying to get out to open the back door, but it is thrown open from the inside as the passenger steps out and in
no.
full glory you immediately recognize Councilman Evans as he storms into the police station. And I think that's where we'll take a break.
Okay, then I will shut up.
Is Sylvie turning
All
into
right.
a fly shortly? Probably.
I'll take
oh
it.
my god.
Alrighty. We'll be back here in 10 minutes to see find out what the hell Mr. John Evans is doing at the police station.
no
Yeah,
good.
okay.
That's for fucking
Nothing
sure.
good.
I fill his car with glitter mice while he's up in there.
I mean, there is a driver in there, so you might be terrorizing the hired help.
Oh. Yeah.
Ask
no.
them to get out of the car really quick.
There you go.
I just need
Excuse
the
me, I
car
need
for
to
a
do
second.
some vandalism. Can you just leave?
I promise you won't get fired.
Freya, I need a lot of help right now. It is something utmost important.
I need you to teleport every mouse within a 50-yard radius. of this
Oh
car.
my god.
Yes.
Into the upholstery.
Alright. We'll be back here.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people I wanna know. If you're feeling it too, out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under street lights right next to the skyline. With you, yeah. I've been a cynic for so many of my days. Now you just my makeup believer out of me. 'Cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright.
I'm looking at you. I'm trying to get your attention. Can I come close? I don't know how to play this. Our hands touch once or twice, feeling kind of hypnotized. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second, you're looking at me, making me feel like maybe you want this too. feels just like water. You're making me weak now. What doesn't kill you makes you. Our hands touch once or twice. We should let them intertwine. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second, show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, this is all we got. Show me love, show me life, show me love, this is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall on.
80-foot tall wolf sitting right in front of us. You had just had a wolf inside of you, like literally inside of you, but not like in a fun way, but like in a not fun way. And
What
you
is
know,
the fun way?
No.
ask
it
Henry.
is-
You are not
Elaborate.
That's a different thing.
This is not that kind of campaign.
No.
We are not playing Monster
That's for
Heart.
monsters.
Oh.
And they're just like, no, it's bags. I'm just like,
And you have to say it like that too.
Bags.
The that's a very Wisconsin dialect
Yep.
thing. Bags.
It's just cornhole.
Bags. Well, no,
That's-
it like ladder golf is not ladder golf here. It's testy toss. It's different because it's from Wisconsin, and we're all drunk.
Pause.
We're all drunk while we do it.
Like, oh no, my phone. Well, looks like I only have you to talk to, Salvatore.
Is that a threat?
That's a promise.
Is it?
Testy. And that is the garbage plate, which I had to look this up because I forgot everything that goes in one. I've never eaten one. The fact that I know of their existence is a curse.
Yes.
A traditional plate is your choice of cheeseburger, hamburger, Italian sausages, steak, chicken, red hots, served on top of any combination of home fries, french fries, baked beans, and or macaroni salad, and then topped with hot sauce, sometimes also topped with optional mustard and onions. It's usually served with a slice of buttered bread.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, the garbage plate.
That's
It's
gonna
a
be our
very
new
apt
ladies and gentlemen
name.
the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the garbage.
Sylvie were told by Natalie yet, but I think I'm changing the code name. I'm gonna be Magic Werewolf Man. Figured I'd go with Coyote.
Yep. You just hop a couple times.
Ha! Ha!
Nope.
Doesn't
Maybe
look
it's
like
the
it.
pose. Try a couple more.
Yes.
Ha!
Yes.
Ha!
Is Elena just watching this?
I
love it.
don't think it's
Show me life, show me love, make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. 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 Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you'll make mistakes, get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. Show me life, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love.
Alrighty.
No.
Yeah. So John Evans just stormed into the police department.
Yeah, you have to help me glitter bomb his car.
Cynthia's immediately attempting to psychically latch on to whatever the fuck's going on in his head. If nothing else, to listen into what's going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lot of anger, frustration.
Angy.
And probably you pick up. Yeah, you'd pick this up right away. You don't really need to wait for him to start chewing out some police officers. Rebecca's missing.
Oh shit! Now I'm angry too.
And that's
Okay.
when Coyote calls.
Coyote Deco.
Later. Hangs up.
Oh, right then.
I think Sylvie shifts down into something small so she can get in there.
Okay.
Glitterbug.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can get inside and probably just hear the woman at the counter who you were talking to before is trying to calmly interact with John Evans. He's not very calm and is demanding to speak with Chief Deputy Harris. Yeah. And yeah, he's not being quiet about it.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my mind open for Echo to listen in to everything.
Thank you. It is appreciated.
Okay, yeah. No, John Evans is just like, get him out here now. And she's like, sir, I understand you're upset. No, you do not. Get him out here now.
Karen energy.
Yep. And she's like, okay, just desperately wanting to tell him to calm down, but knows that's the wrong move.
Yeah.
She will say, just wait here, a moment, I'll be right back. And she slips around from behind the desk and heads through the door to the back. And Sylvie, you would see John Evans just like fuming, probably pacing back and forth very angrily in here. And eventually this woman comes back out with an older looking man, graying hair, scruffy beard, has some more decorations on his jacket. And he sighs and says, Councilman Evans, don't Councilman Evans me. I specifically requested that you have your best men investigate the disappearance of my daughter, and have not heard any updates within the past day. Are you planning on sitting on your asses for the rest of the week, or are you actually going to do your jobs? And Chief Deputy Harris just sighs, and you can see he looks very tired, and says, we have our best men on the job. There has not been much we could do considering the lack of information regarding her disappearance. Unfortunately, the fact that the only information that has been provided to us is that she just didn't return home to her husband the other night is not helpful in getting an investigation started. And Sylvie, you could just see that as John Evans's face just turns very bright crimson as he's working up into a little more of a fit than he has been.
I feel like there's like a moment where like Sylvia's recognizing this and there's just a little bit of oh shit in the back of her mind on top of everything else that is going on. Like this is gonna go bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And despite his appearance, his voice gets very low. And he says, I don't care what you have to work with. I'm telling you, do your job. Need I remind you how the department's budget gets handled? I'm well aware, Councilman Evans.
Someone may or may not be making friends with the police right now. So we might have allies.
We will continue putting our best resources on the case. I'll let you know as soon as I have any updates. Better. And John Evans adjusts his suit jacket and turns on his heel and walks out. And Sylvie, if you hang around a sec.
Yeah, Sylvie will hang around because she wants to see exactly how they're talking after he leaves.
Chief Deputy Harris just shakes his head and sighs, mutters, fucking politicians. Rotten bunch of bastards.
Oh.
And he turns to the woman and says, thank you, Amanda. It's looking like I might be out of my office for the rest of the day, so if anyone needs me, I'll check in later. She nods and returns to her desk, and he heads into the back of the station. If you wait around at all, he'll eventually come out with like another jacket and a few other police officers, and it looks like they're heading out to hit the streets, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will follow him out, land by Echo and shift back and say, I think we have another route to patrol.
Indeed, we do. We'll need the others, though. As much as I want to go immediately right there.
Yeah.
Okay. And she'll pick the communicator back up. Call Coyote back. Echo to Coyote. Sorry about that.
Hang on. Currently hanging off the side of a building.
Okay.
Finish climbing down. Okay, sorry if I interrupted something before.
It's more you just called immediately as something happened. The thing is now not happening anymore.
That's good. We got stuff to report. Weird stuff.
Weird imminent stuff?
Could be.
Kinda. It's weird. So I guess good news. They're all technically still in the city.
Oh.
Bad news is we're not exactly certain on what dimension they're still in the city.
Ah. You think that this portally person's keeping them somewhere?
Well,
I don't think. I know they're keeping some somewhere.
Okay.
apparently Elena was able to pinpoint like some location underneath the city with her infinity sight. I don't know what else to call it.
Okay.
And I did a scent scan and it was really kind of bizarre because all of them were simultaneously like ever present and also muted.
Okay.
Sort of like if you took like Ode to Kidnappee and sprinkled it all over Halcyon.
Okay. I don't think there's anything we can immediately do about either of those.
Could find a recent portal and have a magician brute force it
Well, they need the
Well,
mutation to
we
be-
might-
in the past day.
We might have one within the past day.
Did someone come to report another disappearance while you guys were there?
More try to intimidate the police into investigating faster.
Oh, jeez. Lovely individual.
I need you both to meet me in my sister's clinic.
Sure.
Wait, what?
Call Spuds.
Call it Spuds.
Oh, fuck. Seriously?
Apparently.
Yeah, we'll be right there.
Echo out.
Yeah, Coyote out. Oh, shit. Yeah, and I don't know about Elena, but Joe is gonna start hustling.
Yeah, she'll just start flying.
Because this officially just got fucking personal.
Yep.
It's always been personal.
Yeah. I think Sylvie's on the radio to Spuds while you're relaying that and trying to get him to meet at the clinic.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, he's perfectly fine with meeting you there. If you give him an address, he can head over.
We're gonna brute force a portal.
I think on the way there, I would probably radio Henry. Just keeping her appraised of the situation.
Okay. She would be concerned.
Understandably.
They would go after someone so high profile.
It escalated.
And not
Escalated.
explicitly connected to the protests either.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just randomly chosen, but
I'm
they just
or-
happen to have powers.
I feel like my other concern is they're building for something.
Yeah.
two of the power set. We don't have enough of it, but
I'll throw this out there. Having the power to heal would be a good way to turn some Frankenstein-esque abomination into a more intact thing.
yep.
Also self-healing.
So that.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably shoot my sister and she'd survive.
That's terrifying.
It's probably not normal then if they stole Rebecca.
Echo, how much backup do we want?
I mean, for what it's worth, she's not a combatant.
Yeah.
She's just
No.
really hard to hurt.
Not for your sister, for what is holding your sister.
Ah. Yeah. Just answering an earlier point.
Oh, sorry.
But okay, Spuds is gonna be there?
Spuds will be there.
Okay. Unless there's anything else, Cynthia's pretty much just rushing there.
Yeah. You want Perhelia called though? Do you want shields?
This is she's like going at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm debating. Fewer people means
Yeah.
less of a trail, but we're already bringing a lot of people. I'll call her. And as they're moving,
Yeah.
Echo will put in that call. See what Parhelia is up to.
She reports not much.
I need your help with the kidnapping case.
Okay.
Someone kidnapped my sister.
What?
Yeah. People with powers, just people in general, have been disappearing. Whoever's doing this is getting bolder.
All right, well, someone's got a death wish.
Yeah. Just watched my father storm into the police station. Absolutely pissed. Which it's for the wrong reasons, but I can appreciate the
I didn't know
anger.
he could feel that angry about someone other than himself.
Well, I mean, if she disappears, it looks bad for him. Maybe he cares. I don't know.
All right.
Either way, can you meet me at well, I think Sarah would know where the clinic is because she was also there in the other.
Yep.
Meet me at the clinic.
Alrighty. Okay. All of you can get to the clinic. Spuds is probably there first. And
It's
then
probably a suited up kind of situation.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
Lena's
so
been
it's-
out all day. She's been suited up.
I was about to say, I feel like Joe's default travel mode is suited up now because
So
he
doesn't
doesn't
have a
turn it off.
choice.
That makes sense.
Sylvia has spare stuff in someone's bike saddlebags. So
Probably
she'll change
shortly.
out of Sylvie's and
Probably shortly after the four of you arrive and meet up with Spuds, Parhelia shows up in her costume.
Okay. So, she didn't make it home last night. But she would have been here last night. So, Coyote, anything?
What I got? And sniff sniffery do I go.
Okay. Outside, since you're outside the clinic currently, you do not pick up a like recentish trail leaving the clinic. So
Oh,
you would probably be able to, suspect that she came here and then was got inside.
I've got an entry route, but Smells like she never came out.
Well, that narrows things down. Might be harder to track inside.
But that's also different than the others, right? They were
Hmm.
walking home.
They were
for the
going
most part.
somewhere.
Yeah, this is an escalation.
You have
In
cameras
multiple
in your
ways.
sister's place?
What?
Do you have cameras in the clinic?
Does
They'd be
Echo have cameras?
very
In
does
the...
Echo?
Given it is the 50s.
They would be
Yeah,
very
or-
rudimentary.
yeah, I guess that's
It'd
Yeah.
be
true.
very visible.
Yeah.
We can't
Any kind of
know.
I mean, is
bugs.
that like, would cameras be something that they would, I have to be on some level something you talk to Rebecca about.
Yeah, she
So-
wouldn't. Well, she might, but they're visible enough where she wouldn't have a way to
Yeah.
refund her
So-
without her knowledge.
So it would be a
Um,
case like, would she have asked Rebecca if she could put up security in the clinic?
I actually don't know. So I think in this case, I'm probably going to say no because she doesn't respect most people's space, but she will respect her sister's usually.
Mhm. Just figured it was a question to ask, seeing as Echo might be paranoid enough to have something monitoring it.
She wants to have something monitoring it, but
She
she's like, I
is.
don't know how to ask this.
Well, now you have a future argument for asking that.
That's true. What time is it?
We'll say it's probably getting into the evening, like 5, 6 p.m.
Is the clinic open?
I mean, there's
No.
no doctor.
I was about
Oh,
to
yeah.
say.
Well, I mean, like, do other people work there though?
I mean, Rebecca has like an office assistant, but no other
Medical
doctors.
staff.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case,
So it wouldn't make
I
sense for the office assistant to be here when there's no one to
yeah.
provide service.
Cynthia probably has a key to this place, right?
I think that'd be reasonable.
All right. In that case, not bothering with the lockpicks. She just pulls out the key for the place.
Okay.
Locks it.
Probably with like Joe right behind you, like crouched down on all fours, just like
Yes.
You get, I mean, a stronger scent in here, and you can tell that Rebecca was moving around a lot in this space.
I think it's probably best to look for the strawberry versus Rebecca's scent at this point. In this
Might be a fair
space.
point.
Mm-hmm.
it's always difficult with homes like this, just like scents everywhere. Okay, hang on.
Or
See
the
if we can't
ripple
find.
from
I'll
Easy
I'll
Living.
start looking for the portal.
We've got
Thank you.
Mr. Whipsword.
Evidence of
Let's
one.
call this one Miss Strawberry, I guess. I don't know. Running out of bad code names for these assholes.
You don't find anything in the waiting room, and can head back into the rear of the building. Pass by some of the patient rooms and turn a corner towards where the sort of medicine and supply stock is, like bandages and stuff, and find that strawberry scent.
Whoop. We got a live one. Strawberries. Elena?
I will start portal hunting. I don't know.
You can, I mean, similar to the other ones, you can find the space ripple pretty
Yeah.
easily now that you know what you're looking for.
Can I try and do like the whole city thing and count the dim lights underneath to see if there's one more in there?
I mean, I will tell you that
Oh, my eyeball.
when you were looking at it earlier, there were you
There's probably too many lights to like definitively tell.
you would have been able to get a rough estimate of the amount of bodies below the city, and it was more than
Reported.
Six.
it was
Okay.
more than the amount that you'd been informed of.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of people missing.
Or
I mean, I'm not talking like hundreds,
Well, but more than
more than like 10.
yeah, that's no bueno.
that doesn't mean all of them are missing individuals, though. Some
That's
of them
true,
could be
they
the
could be.
kidnappers themselves.
Yeah.
While we're over by the supplies, are there any that are obviously missing? Because if this person or if these kidnappers are doing medical experiments,
That's a fair point.
there's the potential that they're also taking stuff
Supplies.
where they have opportunities to do so.
I'll say you could probably find like an inventory logbook over here too.
Mhm.
And compare it to compare all the stock that should be marked in the logbook and what's on the shelves. And you find that most of the inventory is there. When you notice that a few vials are missing and start looking around, you can actually see that there's a couple broken on the floor. But after taking that into account, it looks like everything is accounted for.
Okay. For the broken vials, does it look like they had anything in them or like they were empty when they were broken?
They were not empty.
Oh.
There was some liquid in them.
I was gonna say, by this point, they've probably dried, though.
Yeah. Do we have an idea of what the stock was? Was there another patient in here with her that she was trying to help? Or was she just doing inventory? Is my other question. How many people are missing from this clinic?
I'll say,
Like
just
this.
from looking over the inventory, that's not something you could figure out.
Yeah, but just to maybe make a...
If Coyote could do a sweep of the rest of the rooms. And it seems that the portal by the supply cabinet is the only one in the clinic.
Spuds, is there anything you can tell me about this portal?
I can certainly take a look. He'll start doing
Thank you.
his magic mumbo jumbo.
Potato magic.
Potatoes.
I'm picturing just potatoes like rotating around
Yeah.
and levitating.
It's just that scene from Atlantis, but all the statues are potatoes.
Yes.
Praise the holy starch.
I love this character.
When the magic completes. The Spuds says, well, it looks like that whoever created this portal was what I can gather, a very isolated space that it's a little strange. It like popped into existence was big enough to hold something, and then once whoever this was finished what they were doing, just it disappeared or collapsed on itself. It's a little hard to tell exactly how it works. I don't think it's magic based. It doesn't seem like it's magic based.
Okay. So it goes to a isolated space. Is that the...
Kind of sounds similar to what Freya does with the tunnels.
But Freya's is magic based.
Well, I mean, magic or science, same principle, right? you open a hole to a midway point, and then from the midway point, you open a hole to another spot.
True.
It's like taking a shortcut, but way more shortcutty.
It is possible that technology could be doing this. Or it could just be powers that aren't magic based.
Yeah.
Question is, can we reverse engineer it with what we have?
Yeah, even if we can get down there's no guarantee we can get back.
But can we reasonably leave all those people down there?
No.
No.
Well,
Worst comes to worst, we brute force our way back. We've done it before.
Is there a way to open it?
Haven't tried. Figured I'd wait until we were all together, so if we all go, we all go.
It might take a little bit of
Accurate.
finagling. At least from what I can tell, it doesn't look like it's explicitly. It's not like 2 points connected to each other, so finding out where the exit point is may take a little bit of work.
we know it's somewhere down below the city somehow. I don't know if that's like
We
actually.
know they ended up there.
If you have someone with a sight guide that can see the dimensional point that we're trying to reach, would that be of assistance?
Yeah, actually, I can see where they are, or I could see where they are. I don't know where that portal. She points to the portal that's not there. I don't know where that goes. Just because the people are down below doesn't mean that goes down below. Same plane, but different level.
Levels.
The exit points on their side could be guarded too.
Also true.
Hey, Sarah. How strong are your shields?
In what sense?
In the sense of, if we punch open a hole from here to there, could you make a shield inside of it and keep it open?
I don't know.
Can we try on a small scale with the Tiketsa?
We could try with Freya. See if you can keep Freya's portals open.
We don't have a whole lot of time for science, but we can see if it works.
I'll take anything at this point.
Well, I don't think anyone else is showing up at the clinic anytime soon, unless somebody flipped the closed sign
Nope.
back over. So
No.
I'll call Freya, and I will also, with Sarah's permission, see if there is any kind of biological aspect to her power when she activates her power, and see if I can amplify it in some way. If we're relying on her to keep a shield up to keep a portal open.
Okay. I don't think this is something Sylvie's done before. I think
No,
this
it's
is-
not.
Okay,
So-
yeah. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers for me.
Where's my freak at, guys? Let's see.
This is a new thing.
Yeah, this is a brand new thing. And I fully knew that was going to be the case, but this is like, I need to look at. My main concern is, okay, nope, I am okay in that situation. Have the cat nearby at least. That's a 10.
Okay. So Freya will open a portal and jump through, leaving it open for the moment, and then opening the another portal a few feet away and jumping out, and Sarah will make a little shield about as big as the portal opening and sort of guide it through and stick it in there and expand it. And nothing sort of immediately happens, and then Sarah says, is your cat intentionally keeping it open, or
I will verify that Freya is not intentionally keeping open the portal.
She had been initially, since she was waiting for Sarah to get something inside and was like, I don't know what the game plan is now. And then she will try and forcefully close it. And I think since you're connected to Sarah, you can sort of feel the immediate change in pressure and initial additional strain, now that there's some external force on the shield. But and she says, so far so good. We might run into trouble depending on how strong the person is that can maintain these portals, if they have a lot of strength in being able to close them.
That makes
Well,
sense.
This is probably also not something I can keep up forever.
Yeah.
The bigger it is, the harder it'll be.
Think you could keep it up long enough for a rescue mission?
Depends on how long the rescue mission is.
We don't
That's
know if
fair.
the time moves differently there too.
A lot of ifs, but
I mean, if the portal's still open, I think time would run at about the same thing, right? Because it's like you linked them up. It's like cars of a train, they move at just about the same speed if they're connected. Does that make sense? He sort of looks at Cynthia like, am I making any sense with this?
It's possible.
But I mean, am I correct in thinking we're doing this now?
That was my intention.
Yeah.
As
okay.
always, I'm not making anyone come with me.
I still don't like it, but I'm not gonna act like I wouldn't do the same for a lot of people in my life. So
I appreciate that.
I mean, it's your sister, and someone needs to be able to make sure Virgilia here has enough juice. So even a few extra seconds will benefit us in the long run.
Okay, let's do this.
so
Attempting to tear open a former portal.
Again.
I mean,
I imagine this is probably a...
Sarah will say, do you want me coming in with you or staying on the side?
This side seems to make the most sense. If there is some sort of fucked up effect on the other side, a way out would be good.
not to mention the fact that you should probably stay with Spuds because the two of you together are going to be our best shot for getting back
Coming
out.
back, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And for the record, if something happens, if both of you could please just like tell Rivette that I didn't like intend to do anything bad this time.
Not entirely sure what you mean by that.
Just last time we crossed dimensions, I was like gone for months unintentionally, so it just. Listen, we're finally making some progress here, and I don't want to ruin it again.
Bud, you got a communicator.
You do. She holds up the
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump through this hole.
Oh, avoidance.
Oh.
One of us, one of us, one of us.
Echo gives you a look. I'm just gonna say.
I feel like Sylvie does, in light of the communicator mention, does leave a brief, like, I don't know if, or tries to get a hold of Roxy and give a whole spiel of, we're about to do something, this is what we're doing. I'm sorry if shit hits the fan because we're doing it, kind of thing. Echo is very much focused on another thing, and Sylvia is not expecting her to take the communication wheel right now.
Thank you. Yeah, Echo's kind of just like, aside from like the very briefly glaring at Coyote for like hypocrisy, which, yeah.
We're not evaluating faults in everyone's communication skills.
You mainly see her just staring at like the space for the portal.
Yeah.
Would have been.
So, how long are we thinking it's going to take to get this thing open? I mean, Roxy did it pretty instantaneously, but she's also
That's
insane.
It was also uncontrolled.
Yeah. Sylvia will ask if Spuds can you like if he needs like I guess a battery or some kind of like some other magic and gives him permission to draw on hers if he needs it.
That could be helpful. Actually, Miss Easy11, if I think your assistance would be beneficial in this case, since you were able to locate
them.
where where these individuals are. I think that'll help us. Can use that as a sort of beacon. Use that to try and make a portal connection to get through. Not sure how long it'll take, but might have a few minutes at least.
Okay.
And Spuds will get to work drawing some chalk circles.
Literally within like 30 seconds of him starting this, there's like rapid foot tapping from Joe. And he just says, "Oh, to hell with this. I'll be right back." And he will pull out his communicator.
Good job, buddy.
Fighting against his bad instincts.
Ta-da!
Parhelia will also sit down on the floor and take up a little bit of a meditative pose.
Elena will help Spuds.
Mm-hmm.
Alternate between helping Spuds with as a mana battery essentially and making sure that Parhelia is boosted to the best of her ability.
Hey,
Okay.
Rivette.
Rivette here.
Update on the situation. We found the portal that Rebecca was taken through.
I don't think you actually told her that Rebecca was taken.
No, I called her. I told her. I'd mentioned that earlier.
Okay.
Echo has given the order that we're going in after her, like, right now.
How far away are you having this conversation?
Probably like a little bit down the hallway.
Okay.
If you wanted to listen, and you probably could.
I think she'd probably take issue with the gave the order because she specifically said you didn't have to come.
Yeah, Echo decided
I-
she was going, and we can come if we want.
Yeah.
That was pretty much how it went.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be popping dimensions again. Bit more prepared this time. Spuds and Parhelia are gonna be helping stabilize things. But last time we did this, the whole body swap thing happened.
I mean, do you have everything you need for this?
Uh, I'm not even certain what we would feasibly bring besides everything in the base and then some. Uh, Zora lowers his voice some. I don't really think this is a good idea personally, but I'm not letting Cynthia go in there alone. Or any of them, really. I just wanted to make sure you knew in case something happened again.
Team is stronger together.
And hopefully we won't be there long. Goal's just to get in, find the people who were taken, and get them out. But we don't really know where we're going. If something happens, I just want to say I'm sorry in advance, I guess.
I appreciate you telling me. I guess I should be a little more blunt. When I asked if you had everything you needed, do you need more help?
I feel like he kind of like looks down the hallway a little bit. And I feel like Cynthia's the only one not involved in the ritual, so I feel like there's sort of like a moment where he's just sort of looking at her.
You see her staring at the space where the portal would be.
You're gonna want to hustle if you're gonna make it in time, but yeah, I think we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Okay. See you in a few. And she'll hang up.
We'll walk back over. Rivette's on her way.
How long?
She said a few.
Okay.
Figured we could probably use someone with her brains on the other side. Not to say you're not brains, but you know, more brains.
I won't say no to more help, as long as she's okay with it.
We're the team now, right?
If she wants to be.
She
I
wants
only
to
press
be.
gang the rest of you into this.
So you admit it.
I'm not sure she was ever hiding it.
Oh, that's true.
You know, she was there in my dorm when you first gave that communicator to me, right?
I remember.
I think she was more excited about it than I was.
I was wondering why you showed up.
I just. You realize that she, I think more than maybe any of us, wants to be a hero, right?
Can't say I know her well enough to make that determination, but it sounds correct. What's the point you're trying to make?
I trust you, Cynthia, because I know that you're smart and you know what you're doing when it comes to the superhero stuff. But Henry would trust you just because you're a hero.
Her experience with certain relations would make me think that that's not a wise assumption.
I guess a better phrasing of it would be you're letting her be a hero. And I know it sounds like her mom, me saying this, but yeah, I'm worried about her, and I just don't take advantage of her trust, okay?
I wasn't planning to, but I suppose it depends on what you consider taking advantage to be. From a certain perspective, the fact that she's coming could be seen as taking advantage.
There is an awkward stretch of silence from Joe on that one.
I have a question for you. Do you trust her?
Yeah,
To make her own decisions?
yeah.
There are a lot of different ways you can love somebody. But I think that being willing to stand by them through the good decisions and the bad is important. Trying to talk them out of decisions, sure, but trying to suppress them from making decisions, that doesn't lead to good things. So, I hope you're right, that you trust her. And I'll do my best not to abuse either of your trust.
In regards to that, then I guess in the spirit of talking people out of bad decisions, you realize this is really reckless, right?
So you cut out for a second.
You realize this is really reckless, right?
Yes. But she's my sister. I can't leave her there any more than I could leave Sarah in the other world. You're probably right that at the end of the day, Henry wants to be a hero more than any of us. I don't want to be a hero. I want to help the people I love. And I want to make the world a better place for them. And that's what matters.
It's kind of a legitimate, like, slightly taken aback pause from Joe on that one. And just sort of. For not wanting to be a hero, you do a pretty damn fine job of it.
It helps when you know what's on the line. The city has an ugly side. I've seen it firsthand. And I don't want that for anyone.
Well, a better reason to go dimension hopping again.
You are free to stay. Just as I'm free to go.
Yeah, I'm not letting my team leader hurl herself headfirst into the unknown and not have me as backup.
I do appreciate that. Reckless as it may be.
What kind of defenseman doesn't guard their QB, I guess?
You'd know better than I would.
None of them worth their salt.
Fair. What position did Reyes play?
He was backup QB.
She's also asking that out loud.
Yeah. Sorry.
Second string
He
loser.
was the QB behind me. Which
Jealousy?
is part of my theory on why he doesn't like me.
Do you know the rest?
We aren't exactly on speaking terms.
Fair enough. Well, if you're ever on the same football team again, you have a case of mutually assured destruction, since neither of you is technically allowed to be on that team.
It's true.
Yep.
Don't remind me.
So it's good to know where your blackmail is.
Is it bad that I'm kind of considering if he would maybe make a better receiver with that speed?
Depends how you feel about cheating.
You can almost like see the conflict in Joe's face of like superior team composition, cheating.
Extend the olive branch and form the first superpowered team. Start a superpowered league.
Calamity would join you.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's definitely a bridge I'm gonna have to cross in therapy at some point, isn't it?
Probably. Also, for what it's worth, Elena, Sylvie, thank you. I probably don't deserve your apparent blind faith, but I appreciate it.
I'm here for a good time, maybe not a long time.
Here, here.
I mean, that's essentially this entire team. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
There is a ticking clock on me. It's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that, and also I would like to be here a long time, thank you.
Joe's here for a time. Please let it be long. It's what we do. We're heroes. We go save people. We support our girlfriends when we have to go dive headfirst into a portal.
Yeah.
Which has happened twice now. Not a lot, but very strange that it happened twice.
Why is my brain thinking of third time's the charm?
Yeah, we can arrange that, but not right now.
That's
Third
not a
time makes it a
request.
pattern.
This keeps happening. I'm just going to steal someone's portal powers and unfuck it myself.
I know someone you can steal them from.
I appreciate that.
It's Freya.
I don't know
The
about
side
the cross.
effect is that you also become a cat.
I was thinking Leo.
I'm not sure that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
She's basically a cat.
yeah. It's fine.
Can you actually copy non-human powers?
She's copying
Ah.
mine.
I've never tried.
I guess that's true.
Oh,
You
that's
have copied
true.
Sylvia's.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's humanoid. Most days.
Sylvia's are
days.
more just shape-shifting based, though.
You
But I
might be
mean-
able to steal Leo's though.
I'm just kind of wondering if, like, if you try to use your powers on like a normal dog, would you get like dog powers?
Unless the dog has some sort of meta power.
What are you talking? Dogs don't have powers. Are you stupid? Come on,
Well, I
idiot.
mean, like, in comparison to like a normal
Bark.
person, they do.
Bark, bark, bark. Well, that's just
Let me put it this way.
physiology. That's just dog physiology.
That's just being a dog.
If I tried to copy another human who is taller and stronger than I normally am, I don't gain that height or strength.
That's weird. So how do your powers know what other people's powers are?
You know, if they ever figured it out, they didn't tell me.
What if they did?
Figure it out?
I mean, we were wondering how they might have figured out that these people had powers, right?
Possibly. Well, what do we know? We know you can change someone's powers.
Present and accounted for.
We know you can give somebody powers.
Also present and accounted for.
There's probably a way you could take away someone's powers.
Presumably not present and accounted for.
Normal never found it, at least not while I was there. They just exacerbated what they were trying to get rid of.
I mean, we kind of did that with the werewolves.
That's a fair point.
And we also kind of do it with the cuffs, at least like temporarily.
But you can do it. It just depends on the root of the powers and how as to how you do it.
How the hell do those cuffs even work?
Science.
Cynthia gives you an explanation that sounds very smart and makes sense, which I am not smart enough to give you.
I feel like Sylvie probably says science the way most people say magic.
I love it, yes.
Science.
Science. So he just points at her. Yeah, that.
See, I was imagining it more like the vindication meme from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where it's just like, science!
I mean, if you want an actual technobabble reason, my first thought for like a power neutralizer cuff would be like something that interferes with the nervous system on a low level, so that it's like basically disabling a muscle.
I
Interesting.
mean, Sylvie did just biologically try and boost her Helios powers, so
Because like even if it's like a purely mental power, like you got to be triggering something in your body to make it go.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of something.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right.
I appreciate technobabble explanations. I can use.
So I wonder if the cuffs would work on like magic powers then.
we
have
haven't
not
tried
tried
that
that.
on. We have not
I've never-
cuffed Sylvie,
Yeah.
at least with those cuffs.
I
I
think
make
it's
no
a
promises
different show.
otherwise.
There's a. Oh.
So Spuds finishes up the preparations he's been making and says, Miss Easy Living, if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand.
Sure.
If you could please sap into your powers and get a visual on this location where the people are being kept.
We need to think of like an actual name for this site.
I'm in Space Vision.
Yeah.
Space Vision actually is.
Let's see forever.
Um,
There's like so many notes today, guys. I have to scroll back to find my numbers. Or scroll back. Oh my god. I'm writing in a
Wow.
notebook. My nap today wasn't enough, I guess.
clearly.
Is now a good time to bring up that one time when I was sleep deprived, I tried to zoom in on a picture frame.
I love it.
Wow.
So honestly, I'd probably try to do that while not sleep deprived.
But Elena, while you're focusing on this dimension, place, reality where these people are, Spuds puts a hand on your shoulder and begins doing his magic-y stuff.
Potato.
And
Potato,
I'll say
Potato.
with your
Potato.
with how you're viewing everything, you start to see a line forming through the air from this dimension and coming towards your group, where the ripple in air is, and it connects, and then the rest of you see this big flash of light as a portal, this time yellow, opens. There's still that like yellow, a wormhole-ish swirl going on inside.
Okay, if there's just like a giant body of water on the other side of this portal, I'm going right back out.
That's fine.
Because that color's making me suspicious.
What do you mean? Everything I do is usually yellow or gold. She's
Good
like
point.
glowing.
Yeah.
It's-
Cynthia will turn to Spuds and Perhalia. Just say, be safe. She's gonna turn and walk in the portal.
I actually,
Should.
I'll probably. Sylvie will call Toby, tell him to protect the two on this side of the portal, and then walk through.
Okay.
That's probably a smart move.
I'll be right behind you guys. I'll wait for Henry.
I'm pretty sure I might have to go last. Oh, I guess if we're keeping it open.
Yeah.
But I should still be last just in case it does get all weird on this side.
Probably a good idea, but
Yeah.
Echo went through and Sylvia's
I-
not letting her go through alone.
Echo and Sylvie are gone already.
Yeah.
I'll wait for Henry to arrive.
Probably a couple minutes later, you hear the front door open.
Hope he
And
barks.
the soft pitter patter of feet before Henry in costume comes around the corner.
I feel like Joe takes a deep breath and then like extends an arm. Ready to venture into the unknown?
She grins and darts forward and grabs your arm and pulls you in, like just into the portal.
Okay.
I'll follow immediately behind.
Alrighty. So what I think the last sort of setting the scene, and I'll leave us with today. You all come out of this portal, and you are. It's a little more trippy for the viewer. You come out, and you are. We see Halcyon upside down. We'll jump through this yellow portal in the middle of the sky. You're also upside down and
shit.
see Halcyon below you, and then everything shifts and turns right side up as you all come to land on top of a skyscraper. And you
Holy
can
shit.
see that everything has a darker sort of tint to it rather than blue. The sky is it's a dark violet. Everything sort of has a wispy quality to it.
Whoa. Okay.
And
Definitely not the yellow world.
I don't think we're in Halcyon anymore. A little bit before we head into end of session questions. A little credits scene. John Evans is in his office on the phone. And he is once again very angry and hissing into the phone. What the hell do you think you're doing? This wasn't part of the deal. A voice on the line said, well, the deal was bent on your usefulness as a politician, and you have outlived that usefulness, so consider our agreement null and void. And John Evans says,
Jesus.
son of a, and the line clicks. Anyway.
Nice.
We have entered the
Not
shadow
nice, but
realm, y'all.
nice.
Yes. You have lost the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. You are in the Shadow Realm. Elena is your
boy.
Millennium item
Because I'm yellow.
because you're yellow. It's great. Okay.
We're gonna enemies to friends the shit out of this dimension.
Now this is the ultimate location of a new hidden base.
mirror
wanna-
Halcyon.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
What's Halcyon backwards? Noilika? Or Noilika?
Noikla.
Noikla.
Anyway, end of session questions. Who wants to go first?
I can. Mine's pretty easy. I'm going to grow closer to my own image because I just made a portal that can go through time and space, and I can also apparently now see through space. Maybe not time yet. Hi, buddy.
Space
Do
and
you know
time are
this
sort of
the end of the
connected.
time?
It's not entirely clear, so you know.
Do you
Call it
know it's the end
spime.
time spoon? And I'm going to shift my danger up and my mundane down. Because this is dangerous.
Hell yeah, it is.
yes. We're in danger, boon.
Got the boon.
You have eye boogers. Thank you. You're so handsome.
Let's see here. I think I will grow closer to the team. We'll say specifically Cynthia.
Thank you. Those are good
'Cause
kisses.
once again,
Thank
she
you.
proves to be somehow more emotionally stable despite having so many more reasons
Despite
to not
everything.
Selective emotional stability. Selective.
That's called compartmentalizing.
Yes.
be. But you do have influence over me. So what would you like to scoot?
It's possibly a little rude. Mundane up, savior down.
Well, you try for that, and nothing moves because my savior's locked at 3.
Fair enough.
As for what I would like to do, I think I will go ahead and clear a condition here. I think we'll actually clear afraid. Because
You mean you're not afraid of like coming
Well,
through a
he's-
portal hundreds of feet above Halcyon?
he's nervous, but after the combination of Henry being like, "I want in," and Cynthia being like, "You trust her," and Joe being like, "Yeah, I do." He's still trepidatious, but he's like, I've kind of stacked the deck as much as I can, and I'm also making the people I care about happy at the same time. So this is insane, but maybe it's good insane?
It's the right kind of insanity to make you finally understand that you can't control everything, so stop trying.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'll go next. I'll say Sylvie grew closer to the team. And I'll say actually Sarah for this because Sarah
Ooh.
let Sylvie use an untested power on her to amplify her own power.
That's
Hell yeah.
true.
I don't know if Sarah
Okay.
would have had influence on you from before, so
No, I don't think Sarah
that's-
did.
No,
Yeah.
doesn't look like it.
I will also say that Sylvie's Doom track progresses one forward.
Oh.
We did not do anything with that.
We have
hate
a lot
that.
of things to do. We
So
are
you've
good at
officially
juggling.
like playbook switched to this
Oh
point?
yeah, no,
Mhm.
I switched last time, but I forgot about the Doom track advancing at the end of session if we don't do anything.
Okay.
But
You're
I
under.
will take a condition, or not a condition. I will take a potential. I think Sylvie's still kind of working through the condition that she has. So, yeah.
Okay.
I am very curious to see how this Doom track business pans out.
It's gonna
poorly.
be great.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Yeah.
Let's see if it pays off.
Oh my god.
My God, that movie was an acid trip.
I just watched it at work last week. I've seen it 3 times so far this year.
Why?
It's a good work movie.
I'm gonna... I'm gonna say that Cynthia grew closer to the team, but specifically Henry. She was actually kind of surprised, but also touched by the discussion that Henry would just trust her implicitly because she doesn't expect that from people.
Henry does actually already have influence over you.
Yes.
So, let's see here.
I love the chippy 50s music at the beginning and end of all these sessions.
Yeah.
As they're just
Yes.
going through all this dark shit and it's just like did it. Oh, I didn't finish my
think-
Sprite.
We'll go with Savior Up, Freak Down. You can do that.
Yep, that works for me.
Cool. Alrighty.
I'm going to take potential.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Next week will be something. Probably not Jukebox Justice, but it'll be something. I think Jenna said she was gonna run something. We'll see. And then we should probably be back to more routine Jukebox Justice after that. So
In the Shadow Realm.
I swear our schedule will normalize eventually. I
Yep.
swear.
Someday.
One day. One day. Until then, have a good week. Take a nap. Get a fancy little treat. Pet an animal. Anyone. Just pick one.
Doesn't have to be your animal.
Nope.
Pet an
But if
animal.
it's not your animal, ask consent from the animal owner first.
Or the animal itself.
Or the animal, yeah.
But for now, I'm gonna send myself into the void once again.
The
Thank-
Shadow Realm comes. for
Yes,
you.
I am one with the Shadow Realm. Bye bye.